Just write plasmolysis and then I'll tell what to do. Now, if the external solution balances the osmotic pressure of cytoplasm, it is called isotonic. Now, if this cell is placed in one solution, and if both the osmotic pressure of the cell is equal to the osmotic pressure of the solution, then nothing will happen. Osmotic pressure is equal. That means the water will not move in, the water will not come out. So there will be no net flow of water towards inside or outside. Water flow is equilibrium. Such cells are said to be flaccid. The cells are said to be flaccid. If the external solution is more dilute, okay, then the cytoplasm is hypotonic. Okay, then it is called hypotonic. So if external solution is more water, this is solution, this orange color. If there is more water, that water will move inside the cell and the cell will become turgid. Okay, and if the external solution is concentrated, like sugar solution, water from the cell will come out and the cell will become plasmolyzed. Okay. Then, when a cell is placed in hypertonic solution, if a cell is placed in hypertonic solution, water moves from the cell. Water from the cell will move out across the membrane to outside and the cell shrinks. It is called plasmolysis. Water is first lost from the cytoplasm and then from the vacuole. First, the water will be lost from the cytoplasm and then from the vacuole. During plasmolysis, the cell membrane of the protoplast of the plant shrinks away from the cell wall. The cell membrane, this is all cell membrane. Okay, this is cell membrane. Here it is joined, here it is shrinking away. This and such a cell is said to be plasmolyzed. So write the definition of plasmolysis only. So these are the cells before plasmolysis and this is after plasmolysis. This is the cell membrane and this is the cell wall and there is some place created. Okay, the cell cannot shrink. Only the protoplasm will shrink. Cell cannot shrink because it is made up of cell wall. Cell wall is rigid. Only the protoplasm will shrink. Okay, or the cytoplasm will shrink. Plasmolysis is usually reversible. So when the plasmolyzed cell is placed back in normal water, it will take water and it will become wet, normal. Okay. When the cells are placed in hypotonic solution, water diffuses into the cell. As a result, cytoplasm builds pressure against the wall and it is called Turner pressure. The pressure exerted by the protoplast due to entry of water against the rigid wall is called pressure potential. The cell does not rupture due to rigidity of cell wall. Turner pressure causes enlargement and extension of the cell growth. So this was plasmolyzed cell. Okay, this was plasmolyzed cell. When we put water to this plant, the plant will become fresh. That is, the cells become normal, turgid. This is plasmolyzed. This is turgid. Then, it is a type of diffusion, imbibition. Last part. Imbibition is a type of diffusion in which water is absorbed by solute, increasing their volume. Example, water absorption by seeds and dry wood. Okay. The pressure due to swelling of wood can split rocks. Okay. The pressure due to swelling of wood. If a wood is growing in a rock, the pressure can split the rock. Okay. Seedlings are emerged out of the soil due to imbibition pressure. Imbibition requires difference in concentration gradient, water potential gradient between the absorbent and the liquid imbibed, affinity between absorbent and liquid. So this is not that important. You just write definition of imbibition. Just write imbibition, absorption of water due to surface attraction. Definition you can write as absorption of water. First, the surface of the seed will come in contact with the water. So, absorption of water due to surface contact. So this is the last part of imbibition. Then next heading is long distance transport of water. Long distance transport of water. In long distance, we have two things, symplast and apoplast. Okay, that we'll see. Long distance transport of water. So from here, the water has to go on top. Okay. Diffusion is a slow process. It accounts only for short distance movement. Diffusion can take place in short distance. Okay, only for short distance. Diffusion will occur. For example, from here to here only. The water can come till here only, but water should go up also. For that, there are other processes. Movement of molecules across a typical plant cell takes 2.5 seconds. Long distance transport systems are necessary to move substance faster and for long distance. The water should also move faster and it should move long distance. Movement of substance in bulk from one point to another due to pressure difference between the two is called mass flow. Water, minerals, and food are generally moved by mass flow system. Okay. In mass flow, substance in solution or in suspension are swept along the same space in the flowing river. But in diffusion, different substances move independently depending on the concentration gradient. In mass flow, everything is moving at one space. But in diffusion, it depends on different factors like concentration gradient. Bulk flow is achieved either through a positive hydrostatic pressure gradient, example a garden hose, or negative hydrostatic pressure gradient, suction through a straw. Okay, suction through a straw is example of negative pressure gradient. Bulk movement of substance in long distance through the conducting tissue is called translocation. So write the definition of translocation. In this, there are two things, symplast and apoplast. That is important. Till now, whatever I said, it is just basic information. Plus, absorption of water and minerals occur by diffusion through millions of root hair present in the root tips. Root hair increases the surface area for absorption of water. This is your root hair. Function of root, you have to know. Root hair is to increase the surface area. This is there in previous chapter. Structure of root hair. The absorbed water is moved deeper in the root layer by two pathways. That is apoplast and symplast. So write the two pathways. No, just write two pathways. Two pathways, apoplast and symplast. So we'll just try to finish apoplast and symplast today. Can finish fast, but taking it as per slide will do. Apoplast, symplast, very important. Huh? This is what, yeah, this is something new. Okay. Now you can see. Okay. Symplast and apoplastic movement. Okay. Pathway of water movement in root. It is a system of adjacent cell walls that is continuous except at Casparian strip and endodermis. Okay, so this is Casparian strip. Okay, this is Casparian strip. This strip is present on the walls. Here it is not basic. It is only on the wall. So apoplast, it is a system of adjacent cell walls that is continuous. You can see this. This is how the water is moving. Adjacent cell wall till here. Till here it is moving by apoplast. Apoplast means through the cell wall. You can see this dark brown, no? Yeah. This is where the water is moving. This is called apoplast. Only till this it stops, then it comes inside. Till the Casparian strip. It occurs exclusively through intercellular spaces and the walls of the cell. Through the intercellular spaces and through the walls of the cell, does not occur across the cell membrane. Cell membrane it is not crossing. This one you are seeing, this one, this arrow, this is apoplast. Okay, till here it is there, then it comes inside. So what is symplast? Which is the other movement there?
It will come from inside.
See, from this arrows you can see which is entering inside the cytoplasm.
Yeah.
This is symplast. Apoplast is through the empty space in the wall. Symplast is they have to cross the cell membrane, they have to cross the cytoplasm. This here, this all is symplast. Apoplast till here it is there, then it is continuing as symplast. So which one you think will be faster? Through this wall or through this cytoplasm and all? Apoplast, because it is empty here. It can easily move. But here there is cytoplasm. There is some fluid. So it will block the movement. Apoplast is fast. So this is the general explanation of apoplast and symplast. Apoplast is through the walls till Casparian strip, and symplast is through the your what you call is the cytoplasm. This much only you have to know. Okay. Then apoplast pathway, water movement through apoplast is dependent on gradient and occur through mass flow. The apoplast does not provide any barrier for water movement. There is no barrier. Only till Casparian strip. There is no barrier. As water evaporates into the cellular spaces or the atmosphere, tension develops in the continuous stem and water in the apoplast. Hence, mass flow of water across the adhesive and cohesive properties. Adhesive and cohesive property. Adhesive means same molecules joined together. Cohesive, different. Now, what happens here? When water is lost from the leaves. When water is lost from the leaves as vapor, what will happen? There will be less pressure in the leaf. Whereas in the root, there is more pressure. In the leaf, since water is lost, there is less pressure. In the root, since water is taken in, there is more pressure. So because of this pressure difference, water keeps on moving. Then symplast, okay, through the plasmodesmata. This is plasmodesmata, this opening. These are plasmodesmata. It is the system of interconnected protoplast. This is one protoplast, this is other protoplast, another protoplast. So this is interconnected protoplast. In this pathway, the water travels to the cytoplasm. Water should travel to the cytoplasm. Intercellular movement is through plasmodesmata. Intercellular means between two cells, between this cell and between this cell. This you can see gap. This is called plasmodesmata. So between the two cells, it is through the plasmodesmata. Junction between neighboring cells through which cytoplasmic strands extend. Okay. So again, symplast, water has entered the cell through cell membrane. Hence, movement is slower down. Movement is down water potential. Movement is slow because there is some barrier. These are barriers. Movement is slow. Symplast movement may be aided by cytoplasmic streaming. When the cytoplasm moves, at the same time, the water will move faster. So it can help. Cytoplasm movement can help the movement of symplast. Leaf movement, chloroplast due to cytoplasm. Okay. Most of the water flow in the root occurs through apoplast. Most of the water will occur through apoplast. Very less will occur through symplast. However, endodermis is impervious. But here what happens after this endodermis? There is Casparian strip. So there is no which type of movement? Apoplast cannot take place. So however, due to this Casparian strip, there will be only symplast movement. There is only symplast. Okay? I think that is last. Yeah. The mycorrhiza is not needed. So just write apoplast and symplast. You just draw this diagram. This will tell what is apoplast and symplast.